Y'all, what up? Okay, so I just got out of class. I'm just gonna summarize it. Please don't do what I'm doing. But today we went over effective communication skills, and basically what that means is that when you're going into a patient's room who struggles with vision, auditory impaired stuff that's going on with them, you need to make sure that you still knock on the door for whoever that's in there. You need to come in there and you state your name, or a person that can hear, you need to make sure that you gently touch their hand. Those therapeutic methods, they call it. So just basically don't come bum rushing in somebody's room with a non-therapeutic method, because that'll build a distrust towards the patient. And then towards the end of the day, we have a tutor at this school. Like, she's a special tutor for the nurses only, and this is what you're paying for. So I advise you, if you go to a VOTEC or a community college, make sure your advisor advise you of what you're paying for, and it should be a tutor. That's the only thing that I'm worried about, because like I hear a lot of people talk about med surg could be particularly hard, or pharmacology and whatnot. I wouldn't say it would be particularly hard for me. It would be more of a challenge, because you're learning a new curriculum. You're learning a new test-taking strategy. So when I was talking to the tutor, she talked to the whole entire class. She gave us NCLEX questions to go over and to pinpoint certain, you know how when you're reading a sentence, you need to pinpoint certain words that stick out. So when you go over each answer, although it's going to be NCLEX based when you take the test, they're going to all be correct, but you have to notice what is going to be the best answer. So she just taught us how to take certain words and to pinpoint them to each sentence, and to know, is it this? Do the process of elimination with each one. And so we went over there. I said, okay, I'm starting to get it, you know. And then again, you're going to have those select all that apply, but you got to understand the content, which is going to be important for each and every one of y'all to read y'all books. Read the book. Skimming is not going to work well for everybody. Please just read the content. And then secondly, she went over as far as like people, I guess, from the previous program, they were like sharing their test scores, and it was like intimidating to other people, and you know, they felt sad about it. You gotta understand, with the LPN program, it's not going to be GPS based unless you're going to a community college. I'm at a VOTEC, so our passing rate for each class needs to be 70%. You'll be eligible to take the boards and whatnot. But me, I'm aiming to get the best score that I can, as far as like at least straight A's and B's. Just I need to stay in that level, because that lets me know that, okay, if I can do nursing school, I can damn sure do anything, and which I will. So that's why I said I plan to really just avoid things that I did before, as far as like the partying, going out and whatnot. Like literally, I'm about to go to Walmart and go get some more note cards, pens and highlighters and whatnot, and then I'm going straight home to studying. And so again, I'm just gonna tell y'all like day to day what I do, and then we'll incorporate together NCLEX questions. We'll do them together, and then I'll show y'all incorrect questions. Just purposely push incorrect questions, and my book will tell us why we got that incorrect each question. And you know, you'll start saying like, okay, I thought that was correct. It does. It sounds similar, but the book will explain to you that no, this isn't according to this chapter, or this and that. It'll make sense once I put it all together in the book. But today was a pretty good day. One thing about me, y'all, is that when I'm in class, like, I get real fidgety. I don't like sitting there for so long. Like, I get there by 8, I'm ready to go by 12. I'm doing all my homework in class. Like, I don't waste no time. Literally, whatever that they give me or whatever lecture they're doing, I'm doing it while she's talking. I can multitask with those two. The only thing I'm not good at is when they just give me something where it's like group activities or games. I don't like that. It doesn't work well in my favor, because I've noticed that when we do group activities or games or whatnot, I know the material, I find myself just teaching others about it, and it doesn't help well in my favor. It just helps for other people. So I like that they incorporate all types of learners, as far as visual, auditory learners, kinesthetic, you know, that type of things. They made us test those things out, and I'm more of a visual and hands-on person. more of hands-on. Just you just show me, I can do it like that. Other people, it just takes them a different process, which is fine. So today was just really a good day, just long. And then I'm about to go to Walmart and go get me some more note cards, because I'm gonna need a lot. So if anybody knows where I can buy stuff in bulk, as far as note cards, I can try Amazon, but if I can buy them in bulk, and the rings, please just let me know in the comment section, because it's gonna take me a lot. I see. But y'all, I look a mess today. I don't care how I look like no more. I just want to get it done. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great day though. Okay, hey guys, so I am cutting up some veggies. I'm just doing a little meal prepping. I just make juices for the morning, and it was just sitting in my refrigerator, and it was about to rot. So I was like, I need to make some juices, and I'm gonna show you guys how to juice. So what we did in class, we went over cultural terms, understanding what people's cultures, being sensitive to other people's cultures, so we can use it in their care plan and be respectful. We also went over human development, the theories of development, you know, as far as the Erikson, Freud, Havengerst, and Kohlberg. We also went over, let's see, basic human needs, the characteristics, all of that. And after I show y'all my little juicing, the benefits of eating healthy and health and wellness, I'm going to incorporate this into nursing for you guys. I'm going to show you my flashcards and then study tips, because you got to understand, when it comes to test taking, and what I've learned that helped me, there's just a science to it. And that some people think that teachers are necessarily tricking them. Sometimes I used to think that too. You would have those hardcore teachers that would make their own test, and they'll tell you to study something, it'll be just completely different on the test. But I don't think it's going to go this way during nursing school. And I'm going to say, for instance, I'm going to show you in the next video. But this right here, let's see. These are objectives. So we're on Nursing Fundamentals 1. Some people, when you look at the fundamentals, you just go past it because it looks like something you see in the front of a textbook. You just go past it and you don't look at that. So I look at it because it's called a performance task. And usually teachers put that on there for a reason, because what is that? It's going to be on the test. And that's what people tend to not look at. So what I did with my flashcards is I went over each of these objectives. There's 31, and I created flashcards. I created over 100 flashcards in under 8 hours. And what I did was, honestly, if you can, because I know some people don't function that well as far as learning, I was listening to what the teacher was talking about on the next subject for tomorrow, and I was doing flashcards for what she was previously telling us to do for the previous day. I was putting two and two together, like, okay, if she's telling us to do this in this workbook, and she told us twice, please look at your objectives, and everybody was like, forget the objectives. They just went straight into the homework, because that's what you see right after the objectives. You just go past it. You don't care about it. Me, no, I don't go straight to the homework. I just get straight to the studying part, which is your objectives and outcomes. So the first one says, define terms associated with culture. Go back to the book, look at the definitions, write down all the definitions. Another one. It says, state 5 levels of Maslow's hierarchies of needs. The first one, physiology, safety and security, love and belonging, all of that. And then you just describe each of those levels to that. Apply Erikson's positive and negative resolution to client situations. All of this in these objectives are literally in the book, I noticed. And what do people not want to do when a teacher tells them to, read something? Okay, what I want you guys to do is read chapter 5 today. They'd be like, oh, forget it. They want to go over it, or they want to just get straight to the homework they skim over everything. What I noticed is when I took the time to read the whole entire chapter, the answers was literally there. Like as soon as I looked at this, okay, go to chapter 5. And then I looked at it, the answer was there. Like it's only asking for one thing. So I'm not gonna what I used to do is I used to just study on everything, and I'm like, what's the point of studying everything when they're literally telling you this is what's going to be on the test? So I'll show you my flashcards and how you can make flashcards and how it's going to benefit you. Because like I said, there's a loophole to everything. You need to know everything for nursing school. Granted, I'm telling myself this. I need to know everything. But this is what the teachers are telling me. This is what you need to know. In order to make a good grade on the test, this is what you need to know. So I'm about to show y'all what I'm about to do as far as juicing. The reason why I'm juicing right now is because I don't really eat a lot in the morning. You know, I kind of consider it like fasting, you know, waking up from a fast. I'm a plant-based eater. I don't like to conform to any names or anything like that as far as like vegan, vegetarian, or whatnot. But this was been literally my dog. Hush. I'm making a video. Okay. I am gonna juice this because when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. I haven't ate meat, dairy in over 4 to 5 years. That is personally for me. I wake up feeling rejuvenated. I wake up as early as 5 o'clock in the morning. Get some more studying going in. I don't feel sluggish. Still work out every now and then, and I've lost a ton of weight. So I'm gonna begin to juice all of this for the morning, and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back in my room. I really don't like to stay in my room because it just makes me lazy. So I just sit at my desk for at least like an hour, and then I rest for 30 minutes to an hour. Just find something productive to do. Watch something on YouTube that, you know, be useful to my learning. So back to what I was saying about these flashcards, and I'll make a separate video of how to do flashcards and just like a faster way to do them. Now this is about 100 cards. Today, this is my second day of school. While she was teaching, I was listening to her. But I was doing these flashcards because like we go to school from 8 to 3. We get a lot of breaks. So I make sure that all the homework that they give me, I need to do it in class. Because the goal of nursing in general for me will be no stress. I'm not about to stress over any of this. It's time management. And that's what I had to learn in college was time management. If I don't have time management, I won't do well. And the goal is I'm going to do well. I'm going to make sure I get the grade. So I'll study these while I'm in school as far as when I'm walking or when I'm going to the bathroom, on my way to school, at a stoplight, on a break that I'm having, or when I'm cooking. Study these. It'll stick. It'll stick every time. And like I said, I'll make a separate video for this. And then when I'm at home, as far as this nursing fundamentals book, it has a scratch off to where I can study online on their website. So each chapter comes with NCLEX questions. The tests are going to be NCLEX based questions. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the chapters that are required for my lab, which I showed y'all is that purple book of the requirements of what's going to be on the test, which people overlook. So there's about 4 to 5 chapters that I'm going to get online from this book, and I'm going to do practice tests, and then I'm going to do like actual tests just to basically quiz myself, because 9 times out of 10, just about any program, whatever that they give you from the book is going to be similar to what's going to be on the actual test. What's going to be on the actual test. So it's going to be similar. So what I'm doing is I'm going through each one, and I'm making sure that I'm getting A's on them, but the ones that I'm not getting, I'm going over in the book and I'm rereading them. I'm making flashcards for them again if I've missed something, and understanding exactly what they stated in that paragraph. So whatever I miss, I need to make sure that I make a note card for it. So that's just another one. They do have questions in the book as far as practicing for the NCLEX. I can go over that too, but I'm sure it's just the same online. So I'm just basically quizzing myself at home again, and then when I'm getting ready for school and going to school, this right here, time management. So I'm not about to do both at the same time, and I don't have time to sleep. I'm staying up all night. That's just, I'm not going to do cramming. Cramming doesn't work. And I can even look up a study. Cramming doesn't work for some people. There's probably just a small percentage of people where cramming will work. Or there's some people that don't even need a study, and it works well for them. But for the general public, cramming won't help. Time management will. So again, take what I'm telling you. Find a method as far as when the teacher is doing, you know how they do slides and PowerPoints and they just get on and talking. And me, most of the stuff is I've already known, because like I said, I've been in the medical field. I've done majority of this. So while she was talking, I made sure I was reading. I made sure I was going all of the definitions. I was analyzing the information and inputting it into my cards, saving time. And then when I'm at home, I'm looking at the book. I'm going online to their website, and I'm doing their practice questions. So I'm utilizing all the information that I had and all the information that our teachers are giving to me. And then exam time. My exam, I think it will be at the end of this week or next week. But the goal is to just study and be stress-free. So that's just about it. I'll go to a little bit more depth in the next video once I do the note card video. But just realize take from what I'm saying. Although I'm a new nursing student, I know there's a science to this. Please just use your time management. If you don't have that and you work a lot, you need to figure out a way to decrease your hours. You need to figure out a way to make sure that you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Because if you're not focusing on your health and your wellness, which they talk about in this book as well, you're going to begin to decline. You're going to begin to form those bags under your eyes. You're not going to be able to function well when you walk into class, and you're not going to have your 100% attention to the teachers and your peers. So realize, take from what I'm saying, even if you aren't a nursing student or you're just in college, they're going to tell you time management is it. So, alright. And hold on, let me show you. I'm just going to show you guys right here. This was a NCLEX style question. Okay, so this is NCLEX style review questions that goes towards my book. So I recommend, if you can buy your book brand new, whatever book that you have for this following year, and then you could be able to review yourself or quiz. So I'm gonna take chapter 3 for instance. What it does is it allows me to do this, and it'll say how many questions that you want to have, and then you can put it in review mode, and they'll give you feedback, or you can do it in test mode, and you'll get all the feedback after you finish the test. So I'm gonna use this one as an example. Your community is in the outreach class is giving a presentation on the seatbelt and child safety seats at the local firehouse every weekend in October. What level of health promotion is this example of? And it's primary. And then it gives you the definition of primary and all that it's about. education. That's the primary example of primary example of that. If I chose like an incorrect one, like tertiary, let me show the answer. It'll put this is the correct answer, and it'll explain at the end. Let's do one more, and I'm going to show you the select all apply. Let's see. The definition of chronic conditions can be complex. What factors would you expect to be included in the definition of chronic conditions? Let's see. It's a disease that is a prolonged course. Disease where complete cures are rare. Disease that resolves spontaneously. That resolve is kind of getting to me. Disease that does not resolve spontaneously. Yep. A disease that has a short course. That short is getting to me. So let me see if this is correct. Hold on. And that's correct. And it gives you the explanation at the end of it. So that's just like a quick little snippet of NCLEX based questions that goes to your book.